Finally, we get a new shuttle pack in the garage. Shuttlecraft Set 5. Here we go. Hi guys, Retro Trek Ralph here with another Star Trek, the official Starships collection by Eaglemoss. Now, I've been waiting for this one for a little while now. It's set 5 for the shuttle pack. Now, this came out about, I'd say a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. I didn't buy it because it was between paydays, I didn't have the money. So I missed out on because most times, actually all times, you get a voucher if you're a subscriber for £15 off. So this is normally £75. I don't know what the euros or the dollars are. I think that'll probably be about 80 euros, $100, 95, I don't know what. But it's £75 UK sterling. You usually get £15 off, plus it's down to £60. Eaglemoss at the moment, or at least they were 2 days ago when I ordered this, we're doing an offer. If you spend X amount, you got 15% off, got 20% off, got 25% off on the more you spent. And with this being £75, it dropped it down to £60, which works out as £15 per model, which on these is what I've paid so far for them anyway, for all the 4 sets. But they are, I do think they're worth that. I don't think they're worth 75, but I do think they are worth the 60. The kind, yeah, it works about the same as a normal Eaglemoss model kit, but it's a little bit over the top for the price anyway. So, but you do get the acoudigrams and little magazines as well anyway. So usual artwork on the Eaglemoss, blue with the logos, black with the logos, nothing on the bottom, nothing on the top, and the Shuttlecraft and rattling a little bit. So let's get into this. I don't want to bend the box, but I've done. See, it gets me a little bit when you get these. They're a little bit... Let me show you. They're just dumped in the box. So the box is now empty. About the size of a cornflakes packet, but not as thick. It's a shame they couldn't get these to go into anything, or if they bring us a mini binder for these. So let's get them in some sort of order. There we go. So why are they all wrong way round? So let's start off with the Air Tram. Now that will have been from Star Trek 1, the motion picture. So I'm just doing this. Should really be doing this way around. So let's go there, then we go there, then we got that. Right, let's get rid of them. Right, the Air Tram. Ta-da! Right, let's get on with the model and the magazine review at the moment. So Air Tram, passenger vehicle, length is 12 metres. This was in Star Trek 1, the motion picture. I don't remember it being in anything else. I think it might have been in Star Trek 2 when you looked out from Kirk's quarters over the San Francisco Bay. You may have been lucky to see them. 23rd century, crew of 1? Oh, so the crew member will be in the front and the passengers will be in the back. Right, okay, so the standard crew is definitely 1. Okay. So there we go. Like all these shuttle packs, they just sit on the stand, which is not the best idea, but it's what these models are anyway. So, short distance public transport vehicle conveying passengers through Earth's lower atmosphere. Okay. You want to pause and read there? If you want to buy these, go for it. I am not here to read out everything for you, just to give you a taste of what these are. Now, Star Trek 1, it was this scene here. That was the original Star Trek, the motion picture landing in the tram port, but this part was added on to the director's edition. So this wall actually went over to the top, which made it more enclosed, so you couldn't see. These were, I think these might have been a model, no, or a possible set, but this came in as a model which you could dub off between there and there back then as just going into a set. which kind of looked a little bit different on contrast between what was already constructed down here and what they were. So you could tell it, but they had redone certain things for the director's cut, which I do prefer the director's cut, to be honest, on the original film. I love the original film, but it just gives something like the more expanded view of San Francisco in the 23rd century and the actual exterior of the tram port, which is really nice to see extra things in the Star Trek universe. You've got Commander Sonak over there, who died in the shuttle incident, and some of the actual characters in the backgrounds, like there's a woman here, very leggy, very pretty, with a flowing dress from the 23rd century, and then you've got some guy wearing a dress. Okay. I mean, they obviously had to show things for what the future would be. We're still 250 years off this, if it ever gets to this sort of thing, but you never know. Never know. And there's a lot of detail there over the actual tram itself. It's strange that it calls it an air tram, and it looks very much like a shuttle, but without the warp nacelles. So, yeah. So that's number one done. Let's get on with a model. So let's do this, because I've not done one of these for a while anyway. The models always come with a nakudagram. Now these are absolutely brilliant, and I need a light source behind them, which I think I've got in my pocket. So they will show, but not very well to you. There is actually a shuttlecraft in there. There we go, it's a little bit better. But once you get lights behind this, then you can see a lot more. It's basically the image on the last page of the magazine. And you can put these on a couple of stands, and it's just a transparency of the full Starfleet shuttle pack. You can actually very see it through there as well anyway. So I really like those, but it's unfortunate with me, I'm collecting these, and I don't like to have these out of the packaging. I do prefer to keep them mint as much as I can. So let's get onto the model as best we can. So this video is going to be a little bit of a long one, because I have got 4 on here to do. Air Tram 0683A-A. So that's good. So the stands, these just sit on top of wherever you want to. But unlike there's a lot of people out there that do other Star Trek reviews. There's Scottish Trekkie, London Trekkie, I think there is. There's Trek Collector, Irish Trekkie, obviously. Does a lot of these reviews. I'm a lot better than he is. So please like, subscribe. So let's get it. I like this. Apart from my fingerprints all over every window now. A lot of this, the panelling like you see on the original, well, the refitted version Enterprise. And you know I'm a sucker for the refitted version of the Enterprise, the Constitution class. A running light on top, Starfleet emblem on the side. As the camera zooms in, there you go. Starfleet Command. Ooh. It's like weathering underneath the... Because there's a kind of a lip here. There's red inside there, maybe a sensor bar. But I thought they were weathering, but I think that's just where they've missed with the spraying, to be honest. Come round to the front. Can't see through the windows. But it's a very different variation of the original shuttle design, but you can see the evolution going through from one generation to the next anyway. Shuttlecraft 3. Or Tram 3, shall we say. Does that say anything on that window there? Come on. Oh, it's just a... Oh no, hold on. No, we don't want that, do we? There's like a blue marking with a yellow underneath it. I think there was something on there, like a sun or something. I have to look under the original movie. Underneath, I think these were anti-grav tracks or something. Because remember the see on Star Trek 5, was it? You saw underneath this shuttlecraft, and there are these lines going underneath the shuttlecraft, which they must be anyway. So it just gives it the ability to hover all across the ground without using thrusters. It's the future, after all. How do we know? But there's a lot of Aztecing on the bodywork on here. It's really nice. So I like that one. A bit missing on the paint on here. It's a bit iffy on the edges on the window, but nothing I can't cope with, nothing that you won't see much of anyway. Yeah, nice movie version Aztecian, which is the panelling. Makes it look like this panel's been added onto for different materials, or maybe it's been knocked into shape a different way, or it's not perfectly flat. One's maybe flat, one maybe a little bit off, so it gives you a different angle, but very nice. Right, so with that out of the way, that's the Starfleet Tram. Starfleet Air Tram. Let's get into the second one, shall we? This is the Starfleet Tug. Now, we saw there was an Eaglemoss just out, was a tug from the Next Generation series. However, I don't suspect this is actually a tug. I suspect this is a executive shuttle sort of thing, or because you saw Star Trek 3, was it, when we saw this? Maintenance shuttle, 23rd century. So we've got basically a couple from the 23rd and a couple from the 24th, maybe. Actually, no, we've got a Galileo shuttle from the Star Trek 5, was it? Yeah. So we've got 3 from the 23rd century, these shuttle packs. So Starfleet Tug, a short-range vehicle used on Earth and its orbital facilities for a variety of tasks. Wow, that's a little bit vague. Okay. So we did see, I think, one of these delivering... Was it delivering the crew to the Enterprise A at the end of Star Trek 4? Ah, there it was. Ah, hold on. Yeah. They were in a standard shuttle pod. Right, okay, and that's the one that was escorting them in. I knew I'd seen it, and there's because we always saw a lot of exterior shots in Next Generation. Unless that is from Star Trek 4. Tugs were used operation, yeah, because they're part of the facility. There's always one outside. There's always Shuttle 5 as well. And they were showing the Excelsior there with the NX. They were terrified that they were going to get the Excelsior. They wanted a different ship. Would have been nice to see the Excelsior in a Star Trek film as captained by Kirk. They did it in the comic books because it was a part between Star Trek. Oh, the comic books, the original DC run started from about 84. Spock had died, so Star Trek 2 was the first comic. Then it got to, I think we got certain bits. Spock had died, Star Trek 3 came around, and Spock was actually okay, because everything was fine. But we didn't realise in Star Trek 4 we were having learning problems. So he came on board, Enterprise was destroyed, everything was fine. And then, oh, what happened now? Spock had a problem not long into it, and we knew that he got learning difficulties after the merging of his soul back into his new formed body after Star Trek 3. But they went to the mirror universe in the Excelsior, and they came back, and Spock had to mind meld with his mirror counterpart. Or there was something. It was a good series on the comics, but I really need to get them out again. I think it was a really good twist around not going from Star Trek 2 to 3 to 4 straight after. It was more of a 2, then there was a few run, and then a 3, and then there was a little more run before 4. And then they just went balmy with the Star Trek. After Star Trek 4 with the comic series, it really took off. But here we have here got a tractor beam for the tug there. It's like different emitters there on either side. Yeah. Secondary generators, so it's basically a big powerhouse. Plasma. Is this a warp coil or not? Secondary generator. Wouldn't think it would be, but I wouldn't put it past it to say yes, they've got at least warp 1 capability to get itself around the systems. Okay, so there's a front there. There's a Starfleet Tug. Now let's get the Starfleet Tug out. Again, the acoudogram there. Can't see it very well, but it is in there. I'd love to be able to mount these and show them properly to you, but you can tell there that is just the last picture I showed you. Just on a transparency. Really, really good. Numbers in case anybody interested. 3482 A-A. I was told they were production run numbers for those. So, yeah. I learned something. I like to learn things. Right, this is the Shuttle 5 then, or the Tug 5. This is different because you only ever saw it from that angle. Maybe that angle, or maybe coming towards you. But you never really saw what was underneath it. Okay, so let's get a bit of a look there. They're all about similar size, really palm of your hand sort of size. Looks like you're in the front there only, and that looks like an impulse manifold, impulse vent, or what's on the back end of the saucer section of a Constitution class. Okay, this is very different. They're painted on, stickered on stuff anyway. Doesn't look like you got any Aztec in, a little bit of used scarring sort of thing. Engines on the back, they look very much like a jet engine, don't they, with all the vents. I like this a lot. Nice big Starfleet pendant on the side there, the insignia. Always use the red lines as well for some reason. Yeah, looks like they've got an inlet sort of, and then the outlet on the back. So given that appearance that it might have warp nacelles, but not. But then even if it was a warp nacelle, it's a completely different design again for the movie era. Very nice. I like this part here you got on the back here, like a warning sort of tape on the back that you've got. Tractor beams, yeah. When you get that close for something this small, you're never going to notice anywhere. A little bit of problem with the paintwork on the back there. So it's a little bit missing. Nothing that a touch-up stick couldn't solve on that little bit. I've got paint similar colour to that, but I never really like to try and redo any of the Eaglemoss stuff. It'd be nice if you could possibly see a couple of people inside there, but nothing saying that you couldn't potentially paint on the front there, paint a couple of people on if you want to upgrade these a little bit. Little fins on the side of here as well, and a big fin on the back, possibly another tractor beam, maybe something you could latch this onto maybe and pull something along with. I don't know. Because they say it's a tug, so you would... Our tugs for ships are only small boats, but you'd take the ropes from them and you'd anchor them down on something, so maybe you could anchor something onto these and then they would pull something along, I don't know. I do like that a lot. Really, really nice. So, 2 down. 2 to go. In the box. Back away. This time is the Galileo Shuttle. Right, this is the 3rd one for the movie era, which is what I'm happy about with them doing. Because the only time they ever brought this out as a model, there was an AMT model kit for Star Trek V, which is fine. It was a rehashed version from the original film. They changed bits, but they haven't changed much, to be honest, apart from the decals, the stickers, the decals. But there was one edition that came with a tiny little model which didn't fit in the shuttle bay. It was kind of, the shuttle bay doors were that big, the shuttle was that big, so it's kind of micro machine, maybe a tiny bit more, little bit sized bigger than the micro machines. But I didn't mind. I had that, and I painted it up and stuff. Looked really good. Came with tiny little stickers, and it just didn't. You couldn't get them on. It was too small. So 20th century, 9.1 meters long, signed US Enterprise because it is the Galileo. And do you remember what the other shuttlecraft was assigned to the Enterprise was? Yep, the Copernicus. If you ever said Copernicus, then you win 3 points, because it was Shuttle 3. So Shuttle 5, which was the Galileo, which they had this in the original series, the Galileo 7. Right. This is it crashing into the back end, the shuttle bay on Star Trek V, the Final Frontier, which... there it is. On the bottom of here, you've got these lights that run backwards and forwards. And remember from the tug, not the tug, the tram. there was lights underneath it, which would give it a possible, I would say it was like an anti-grav sort of thing. So you could easily use it without having to use thrusters. Yeah, I didn't fully mind Star Trek V. It's one of them films like Star Trek 1. People didn't like it. People do like it. People just, I don't know. I didn't mind. I think it's the weakest out of the entire series, but it's got its place, I suppose. It's campness. It's the dryness of the humour, and it's just, I don't know. Something with it that you think, yeah, but there's also some things you think, why? But it was William Shatner's directorial, instead of taking it from Leonard Nimoy anyway. I can do better, but yeah, it's fine. We all watch it, we all buy it, it's fine. So there's what's going to be on the Codegram, which I've got already out of the box anyway. So can you see? Nope. Yep. No. Can we get it with the light on? Would that make better? There you go. Wrong way around. So you can see a lot better that way. So it is exactly the same as what's down there with the light shining off it. There. So, Galileo. The newer version of the Galileo, instead of the original series Galileo. So let's get the model out. Oh, that's nice. So, the numbers 1560A-A, Galileo Shuttle. And that's better. That's a lot better. You got these, yeah, in different design on the cells again. Not too far off the refit Constitution class, but enough to make it look like it's its own design. Like that a lot. Size again. Let's have a look. There you go. A little bit of line on the window, on the front. Nothing you can't deal with. That's a Galileo. I'm going to zoom in a second without... Galileo Figaro, Magnifico. So you've got the thrusters on the front there. Look at the size of that thumb on there. There's a lot of markings on here for something so small. It's actually not bad on detail, is it? You know, the blue thrusters, impulse engines, whichever they were on the back. More thrusters there, RCS. And this section underneath, which I'm not fully 100% certain if it is anti-grav, but it makes sense that it would have been an anti-grav system. The lights would just emanate in and out sort of thing. Nice register number of the front. There we go. 1701A. Got it right this time. So far, Eaglemoss with their kit collection for the Shuttlecraft, they've actually done 3 out and 3 right so far. Actually, whoa! Can you see that? These are meant to be straight, so it lands on it, and that one's out by a yard. I'll still land on it, but that is like weak. Sorry for it being blurred, excuse me. But I wonder if I could... looks like it's been broken or strained already inside there. You see? So that's just going to snap. If it snaps, I'll have to just glue it back in place. But if you look on the other side, it's completely moulded inside it. So that has been dropped, strained or whatever. I'm going to leave it in place for the time being. So yes, good, bad. So let's put this where it's going to go. I might get that out and actually repair that in the coming days, maybe this weekend or something. I don't know. So that's 3 done. And number 4. Lights out, zoom out. So we finally get to the 24th century with a shuttle. We have shuttle type 8, 7 meters long, 24th century, assigned to the Voyager. So we have one of their shuttlecrafts. I don't know whether we saw it in anything else. Small versatile shuttle was used for a variety of short-range missions. They're a nice little twist design of the Next Generation shuttle. So I don't know whether or not they had these and anything else apart from Voyager. And there's your Okudagram picture at the back there. Michael Okuda was one of the major designers of everything Trek. Really good. And there we have the Voyager Shuttle and the Okudagram. Wish I could light these up properly, I really do. Get them in a display case and show them properly to you. Maybe I'll do that one day, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a recap of a lot of the models and stuff in a future video and show you exactly what these are. So you've got secondary generator here, you've got coils, plasma injectors, no warp nacelle, no warp, impulse thrust exhaust vents, yeah. And the front end of the shuttle there. You don't want to see the magazines, you want to see the models. So this one is first run again, 0838A-A. A little bit might have been out of line, to be honest. Oh well. So we have a Type 8 shuttle. That's nice. There's some nice clear parts there on the nacelles. Slight rattle on this. Don't know. So it looks like it's basically the same as the Next Generation shuttle. A lot longer part of the front, looking like very much like the Voyager style of nacelle there. Plus, it's this cross between the Voyager shuttle and an Enterprise shuttle. That might be a Type 7, possibly, maybe a Type 5. I don't know. Some nice detail on the roof there. 74656, is that? Is that right? That strange paneling that Voyager seems to have. Go around the back, standard big bulky door, couple of impulse engines on the back. Warp nacelles upside down, although they're not because the buster collectors are up on the top. I honestly can't. The filming of this, I can't actually read. That says Voyager's thing number. That's... I can see Shuttlecraft. So the other side's got the same thing on. Shuttlecraft 1. Is it Terrakopiev? Is it a Kofiev? I can't read it properly through the small viewfinder I've got. But what also makes me laugh as well, you've got the RCS Thrusters. This is how small it is. And sorry about my fingernails. The RCS Thrusters. It looks like a tiny little work bee. How they put in there from the original film. 4656 Voyager. I like that. I'd like to be able to light these up. Coming through. I like that. That's a really good one, that one. Really good Type 8 shuttlecraft. Even got phasers on top of the nacelles there. That's a lot of detail work on this for something so small. So, yeah. It's really, really good, that. What it is, what you get, these have got some really good detail on them. Small magazine, but you don't get a massive amount of stuff with them. You kind of get the shuttle and a small, like I said, a small magazine and an Okudagram, which does pay for itself because they're really good, the Okudagrams. So there we have one facing the wrong way. There you go. So that's your Shuttle Pack 5. I don't know if they're going to do any more. I couldn't tell you. I had no idea. There is a website I look at that shows you a lot of the upcoming Eaglemoss stuff. It's Memory Alpha. Look for memoryalphafandom.com and wiki, Star Trek, whatever, official Eaglemoss, whatever. You will see what's coming up for these. There is one more shuttle that they did actually announce that they were going to do, but they haven't. But we don't know if they will or they won't, so we'll see what happens in the future with these, shall we? So, I hope you like that. If it's inspired you to buy one, go and buy one and tell them that I sent you, and they can send me a better discount code next time. If not, please follow me. I've got a lot of links below for social media. Send me a message if you want to. If you don't bother. Or help me out on the channel with a little donation. I'll do other things as well as trips, more Star Trek, Star Wars stuff, other sci-fi, a lot of DIY, computerist stuff. Just have a look. I've got tons of videos if you want to have a watch. And thank you very much for watching. Share it if you won't mind. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.